This is another New Black World Order TV Productions.
Yeah.
Chopper. What's up, homie?
Peace, brother. How are you today?
Rather peaceful rebel. You back?
Yes,
You ready
no
to go
doubt.
in?
Exactly.
This is Nuwapianism.
Yeah, this is the moment that I know the sisters and brothers been waiting for.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to York and the culture, and exactly finding out the true meaning of its roots and where the roots of Nuwapu come from.
Come on.
So the first picture that we would talk about is Nin her side,
Which will be put up to the side here.
Which will be put up, yeah, to the side.
Okay.
And basically, that is basically to give a description of who she is, you know, who that Babylonian goddess was, and so forth. And next, we will show the picture of Ninti, and giving a false narrative of this Nubian image whose name is Ninti, that was basically introduced by York with the help of others. And another part is basically to break down Ninti's side braid, and the side braid is called the Faru, and the Faru braid is what was known as what the brothers wore in the back of their head of Marduk, who York claimed who he was when he came giving the knowledge, talking about the Elohim Anunnaki.
Okay.
But that would be a part of another video breaking down the Elohim Anunnaki. And the side braid of Ninti was basically pertaining to the Faru. Let me go back to the Faru. The Faru braid is also worn by the women, but they were 2 inches above, an inch above the ear. And they also took the image of the Bindu dot. And we also have a description.
You talking about the dot, like
the dot,
that the Chaldiva priests would wear in the middle of their head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I would get into basically where that come from, and how they took that and incorporated in the Nuwapian culture.
But it's really not Nuwapian culture.
It's not new. Well, actually, I mean, that's
Hindu.
another video too to break down that too.
Go ahead, man.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's just so much bits and pieces that has to be put together as a puzzle, so sisters and brothers can actually see, oh my gosh, this you know, where this came from and where that came from. Okay, so
and that it had already been here.
It already been here. It was already in books. He didn't bring it.
Come on, so
He didn't bring it. It was already here. It was just like certain books that was published back in like the 1940s and 50s, which at that time we didn't have the technology to do the research that we are doing now.
And we couldn't go in the library.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm
Back
saying?
in the 40s.
Come on now.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But he won't even around teaching then.
No.
Not in the 40s. Yeah.
No, not at all. So basically, after we break down the Nuwapian sisters wearing the Bindi dot, then we will show you a picture of York's group when he had the group, the singing group.
Oh yeah.
When he had the singing group.
Yeah.
And we will post a picture.
He had that bracelet on. What was it called?
It was called the finger bracelet.
Ooh. But that's a woman's piece of jewelry, right?
The East Indian female.
Okay.
And in the photo, and on the photo, if you look on his forehead, what you see? The Bindi dot. Yes, the whole group, all 3 of the brothers had the Bindi dot and the East Indian finger bracelet.
Which is a female costume jewelry.
Exactly. And we will also show you the picture of the East Indian females wearing it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we also breaking down the dress. We're also breaking down the picture, where basically we show you a picture of the Bindi jewels. Show you the picture of the Bindi jewels, and then with that much said, then we'll show the Hindu women with the Bindi dot on their forehead as well. And also in the we showing a book, and the name of the book is called Are There Black Devils?
That's the book that was written by York.
That's the book that was written by Dr. York. And in that book on page 22, he breaks down a whole narrative about the East Indians and what he wrote in there about them. And we will also show that, post up that narrative as well.
Okay. He was talking
he was talking about them
negatively. But then turn around and give you.
Then turn around and take their code of dress, their style of dress,
and give it to you.
So everything is being broken down to from the beginning to the end. Okay, next.
And this first part of these series that you're going to bring out. This first part is entitled what?
It's Nuwaubian culture.
Okay, and where's
part one?
What is his origin?
The origin,
Where did they get it from?
Yeah, the origin. Yes, the origin of Nuwaubi.
It wasn't nothing organically acculturated.
Not at all.
I mean, it was acculturated. It's an outsider's idea brought to us. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Bits and pieces, like a puzzle from every other culture put together to create something that never really existed.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, we also would show the Nuwaubian dress, the sisters with wearing the Nuwaubian dress. We will post a picture of that. The Nuwaubian sisters' dress beside the East Indian women's dress, and you would see the identical dress of that. So it's just ridiculous. And then we will also read Enki and then her saga, which is a transliteration that was written by Zechariah Sitchin.
Okay. Wasn't written by York.
Wasn't written by York. He took a lot of his information from Zechariah Sitchin. He created narrative pictures around a lot of the Babylonian gods, and the pictures that he created surrounding the Babylonian gods is that he gave them the image of us.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead now.
That's why a lot of sisters and brothers, they so happy to be a part of this cult.
Because
that's what it is. Because they think these people that he's talking about was actually us when they weren't.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, if I break that, I will also go into a book that came out, and the name of the book is called Nyantu Ninti. And it was actually a book that came out based on a documentary called Ninyati.
Okay.
Ninyati. And when you go into the notes of that book, and we will post also the narrative of the synopsis of the notes, and we will go into the author inspiration. And that within itself will break down a lot of the culture that's in Nuwaubi.
And where it comes from.
Yeah, when actually how he was able to create the narrative of Ninti.
So it's like a stew of borrowed, stolen, or adopted stuff from other people.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. And then after we break that down, I'm gonna go into the Wikipedia. Actually, going back to the notes, that book is basically It was written by Bob Randall.
Bob Randall, how you spell that?
Bob, B-O-B, Randall, R-A-N-D-A-L-L, and Melanie Hope. They wrote this book around the oldest indigenous tribes of Australia.
The Aborigines.
The Aborigines.
Right.
And then, basically, after I break that down, I will go back and show you the Wikipedia of Hinduism in Australia. So he, you know what I mean? So he goes back. He borrowed from a lot of indigenous tribes of people that weren't even you know, our people.
Don't wake us up, so
you know what I'm saying? Man. So, and then I will also break down what the Bindu Jewel mean. And basically, the Bindu Jewel, of course, it goes back to the chakras, but I will break down the religious significance, which is also the Wikipedia significance of the Bindi, which is Hindi, and Bindu, which is a Sanskrit word.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will show you the image of Shiva, which is half man, half woman, which goes back to York's information. Hormone-sexual, hermaphrodites, and all of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Show you her image.
So he was trying to get that Kama Sutra thing jumping off.
And that's basically what it was. It was what you call it? Sex magic. All that goes. Goes back to the Hindus.
Tantra yoga.
Tantric, yes.
Sexual,
yes.
Right, yeah.
All of it goes back to that. Then I will break down, okay, I will read the second bulletin under the red bindi, which has multiple meanings. And basically, within that bulletin, it broke down how the men and the women wore the bindi dye.
Okay.
In the East Indian culture. Okay, and after that is broke down, we will post up the interview that was done with Donnie Addison, and secondly, the interview that was posted by Nicole Lopez. Praises due to those sisters
and her brother.
Noel.
In 6th Dynasty?
Yeah, no doubt. 6th Dynasty, the whole shebang. Basically, and we will show an image of the sister, Nicole Lopez, and the sister, Donnie Addison, who did the interviews breaking down how the Ninti braid came about.
Okay.
And how they built the narrative around the false image of Ninti. Being a Nubian sister. And the last bullet point, which is 18, 1 plus 8, number 9, known science. Praises due and much respect to the brother Afro Uno.
Yeah, Afro Uno.
Yes, you know what I mean?
So that's the one that information
exactly,
actually came from.
That's where the information came from. Nupu Noon is the science Afro Uno came out with in 1962, and if you add the numbers up, it equals the number 9. Nothing that Dwight York put out equal to the number 9. So how can you claim to be all natural nature? You just stole information from the books that Afro Uno put out.
But he said the white man was Leviathan.
Huh?
The white man is the Leviathan.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And the white man steal all our works.
Yeah, but what did he do?
Watch that white man over there. And then he stole your stuff.
Okay, so next, the last bullet, the last point that we will break down is lovescience.com, which basically discuss the Indian culture, traditions, and customs of Indian religion, clothes, and customs, and their celebrations. Then we will post a video of their ritual, ceremonial, their ceremonial rituals and how it ties into the color of days with the Nuwapians.
Okay. So you took that and incorporated that in that.
Yes,
all right. So no doubt. So you want to go back over the top, a little thumbnail sketch of what you already talked about, what you was dealing with.
Pertaining.
Ninti first.
Oh, Ninti. Okay. As far as Ninti. I mean, I don't want to. Okay, well, it got to be edited. Okay.